The classic case study in 3 parts is problematic for storytelling because it starts off like this. I'll paraphrase. Here is our other client in the shit. We came in and fixed it, and now everything's great. And I put that deliberately like that because there's a problem there. And the problem is the hero of the story is us.
Right.
And a lot of consultants make themselves the hero in their consulting success stories, their case studies. And the problem with that is that your listener does not identify with you, the consultants. They identify with that other poor, helpless, hopeless person that you just made look bad.
Right.
So there is a formula to telling a success story that will really resonate with your prospect. And it
Give us the
starts
formula there, Mike. Let's get into it. Yeah.
Formula is coming on. So we can't do it in 3 parts. We need a few more parts. So the formula starts with, tell us about that other client. You know, what kind of business are they? Where are they? You don't have to name them. You can just say something, you know, we'll call him Fred, whatever. But start with them. Don't say, I had a client or we had a client. If you start with the pronoun I or we, you're already likely to tell it from your own perspective. So here's Fred in this situation, getting a problem.
Right.
And then Fred is lucky. He meets a guide. He meets you. How did he meet you? It's always an interesting part of the story. How did you come into this story? You know, was there a competitive tender? Did they find you on the website? Did someone refer you? Very often, actually, people don't know. You have to go and find out. You have to go and ask. You know, what made you even think to contact me in the first place? And then you talk about a mutual plan. We sat down, we worked out a plan together. So now your other client has agency. And then we talk about all the things that they didn't want to happen. What were the concerns with that plan? What were the objections? What were the things that would make that not a good idea? Lay that out in terms of failure possibility, and then talk about success. The success, not of your company, the actual success that your client received, both personal and business.
Yeah.
And when you do it that way, I mean, you also realize very often that you don't know exactly what that success was. You have to go back and ask them. So to tell a good success story means going back and interviewing that client who succeeded and being able to answer that in those phrases. So what was their situation before they contacted you? How was the problem impacting them? How do they feel about it? And what was the consequence? How did they meet you exactly and why? What was the mutual plan? Usually you know what that was. What were they concerned about? And then what is their success now? What's it really meant for them? And when you have that conversation, you come up with a very nice success story. Usually you always learn something interesting when you have that conversation with past clients.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And for